Hello, I'm Alexthehunted, and we're still in the middle of Godzilla month. And today we're looking at the first Godzilla film I actually ever watched. And you're thinking it must have been the best in the whole series, the one that stood out from among the rest and made me fall in love with this character. No. Actually, it's pretty much well known as also one of the worst of the Godzilla era. Because it was made for kids. This is Godzilla VS Gigan. So our movie starts with Godzilla. Oh shit! No, Godzilla breathes out the titles for today. And remember last time when I said the music really didn't fit the title? Well, this time it builds up the movie very well. A little too well. Our movie actually starts by showing us some manga that this guy, an artist who is making a monster manga. However, he doesn't get the job.
I think it stinks.
So he speaks to his agent / girlfriend to find more jobs. And what does he call her?
You're a hard bitch.
You know, for kids. Anyway, he gets told to go to this theme park under construction, which has a life-size tower of Godzilla.
It's only a model.
Where he gets a job with this guy. And gee, he doesn't seem like he's going to be the villain at all, does he? Oh wait, yes he is. Anyway, he wants the artist to create monsters for the kids to play with.
And what about Monster Island? The island's full of monsters. All the monsters in the world are there.
I haven't forgotten Monster Island. But still, the monsters kept there are hardly peaceful. So we'll make models of them. And once the models are installed in children's land here, we'll destroy Monster Island.
Destroy it?
That's right. We intend to wipe out all the monsters. Every one of them.
Yes, that's right. A theme park owner wants to destroy an entire island. How much money does this guy have? Anyway, the next day our guy goes into the head office, but before he can go in, he runs into this girl. And she drops a tape and runs off. It turns out she's being chased by the guy from earlier, and he leads them on a different way that the woman went, and picks up the fallen tape. We then get this scene. What was the point in that? So he gets called into the chairman's office. Okay, I want that chair. This is the chairman. He's just called the chairman. I don't think they actually give him a name. That doesn't sound like a villain, does it? Just being called the chairman. Anyway, it turns out he's a young boy able to do very complex math sums. Anyway, the guy from earlier says that the girl got away. But when our hero asks about her, calling her an industrial spy, instead of saying yes, he calls her this.
An enemy of peace.
Enemy of peace?
Again, not suspicious. Well, while our hero is on his way home, the girl from earlier corners him, as well as a Japanese hippie? That's a first.
Where is it? Now, where?
hero, ladies and gentlemen. Well, our hero wakes up with the two and they find out their names.
Oh,
My name's Shosaku.
and my name's Machiko Shima.
How do you do?
So it turns out her brother has been working for the same guys. However, he hasn't been seen for the last 3 days. And that the chairman is planning something diabolical. And that it's all on the tape, so she stole it to find proof. So he gets the tape and they play it.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
What is it? Wrong speed, maybe.
Right. We're safe enough. No human being can understand that.
The monsters on Monster Island can understand it.
Oh dear, it's this scene. Yeah, Godzilla and his BFF Anguirus can talk now. There is no real point to this in the entire movie. They only really speak twice. So really, what's the entire point of having it in it if you're never going to use it? Well, only use it twice. Pointless. So our hero goes to the theme park and I swear to God just walks into the command center of the bad guys. And they have no kind of security, so he can just go walking about. Anyway, he finds a lighter that belongs to the girl's brother. So, to find out about the bad guys, they go and do some research. And they drive there in wide-angle lens. Anyway, they find out that the two bad guys have been dead for at least a year now. And that the chairman was actually an idiot.
And this young fella, Fumio, he's an extremely brilliant young man. A genius, in fact.
That's certainly a different fella. That just settles it.
Hmm?
This Fumio, he was as thick as 2 short planks.
Ha 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 ha! We're laughing about a recently dead man. We're just sick. But after that, Anguirus arrives in Sagami Bay, and the Japanese roll out what's left of their army for the 6 billionth time. And now we get to play a game that I like to play with most Godzilla films called Real or Fake? Real. Real. Fake. Very fake. Fake. That's real. Nice try, but fake. Hope you enjoyed playing that game. I'll see you next time, which in this movie will be very soon. Hey guys, Godzilla told me something's going on here. You mind if I take a look?
Open fire!
Hey, there's no real need for that, I just want to take a look. Hey, what the hell? Will you guys stop it? What are you doing? Jesus, I'm only here to help. Fine, if you're gonna act like that way, I'll just go home. I hope 2 giant monsters come and destroy your city. Just go to hell. So after that, our hero goes back to the tower to try and find the girl's brother, named Tashishima, but he gets caught.
Oh, just looking for you. And I thought I'd take a rest. I'm pretty tired.
Wow, you're a crap liar. Anyway, he's asked to leave, but is given some cigarettes. However, when he makes it back, it turns out he was being followed by the bad guys because the cigarettes had trackers in them. So they're about to be gunned down, but our hero's girlfriend comes back. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. She's gonna scream, that distracts the bad guys so our heroes can get away. Jesus!
You, get out!
Go women! So the bad guys retreat but get the tape back. So our heroes do something they should have done a long time ago and go to the police. However, before the police can take them seriously, Godzilla and Anguirus interrupt.
We have heard from the control center on Monster Island that the 2 monsters, Godzilla and Anguirus, have broken out. They are said to be heading for the Kato district. All men stand by.
But now that the bad guys have their tape back, they can put their plans into action.
Ready. This is the day we've planned for.
We came to this planet searching for eternal peace for us all. Perfect peace. And now, we're going to see our hope come.
Also, we shall... Wait, where are you going? Hey, I have more evil speech to go through. Get back here, you bastards! Actually, we zoom out because the tapes were command signals for these two rocks, which turn out to be King Ghidorah, Godzilla's arch nemesis, and Gigan, a cyborg with hooked hands and a buzzsaw on his chest. It's an interesting monster, but I just don't like the colours. They look really dull. Well, our hero and his girlfriend run up the stairs of the Godzilla Tower to have a second shot at rescuing the other girl's brother.
Oh, I'm finished.
Just get on your feet. Are you a man?
Again, our hero. Seriously, why aren't we following his girlfriend? She's a much better character. Anyway, our heroes get to the top of the tower, but immediately get captured. Oh, you already figured that out yet? Well done anyway. Let's leave it for them to explain.
Look up there. There are many stars in the universe, and many of the stars have planets just like this one. In fact, the planet that we came from is very much like this one. The planet was about the same size, temperate climate, and oxygen-rich atmosphere. Yeah, it was a very pleasant planet indeed to live on. The dominant species was very like you, a little different. Not much, though. Not much. Because just like you, they set about ruining the planet. They went blindly ahead for millions of years, polluting and despoiling everything they touched, eroding the land, polluting the sea, pouring millions of tons of poison into the atmosphere. Eventually, it became too much, and the dominant species simply died out. And that's what would happen here to your species eventually. The human race would simply have faded away, leaving only a heap of garbage behind it.
Yep, this is an environmental piece, people. But you know, I keep on feeling that we're missing something. Go back a bit.
Sea, pouring millions of tons of poison into the atmosphere. Eventually, it became too much, and the dominant species simply died out. And that's what would happen here to your species eventually. The human race would simply have faded away, leaving only a heap of garbage behind it.
Buy the new Toyota Prius.